The community comes together to show support for Ukraine.
One group of students makes maple syrup at North Campus.
And students share what challenges they face at college.
Hello and welcome to QUTV News. I'm Madison Norris.
And I'm Jay Hamill.
The invasion of Ukraine is a hot topic on campus. 3 professors organized a seminar to talk about what's happening overseas. QUTV's Eric Stafford tells us what QU is doing to educate the community on the situation.
On Wednesday, a group of professors gathered to discuss the problems going on in Ukraine. They gave out very important information to the staff and students that attended. So much going on, and many do not know the ins and outs of what the situation is. Much information placed online to get to the base of the main source. The U.S. must stick together in these tragic times to protect the people.
The campus community has also held seminars and prayer vigils for peace.
The QU community came together on March 6th for a prayer vigil. Lights along the path outside Francis Hall were blue and yellow, the colors of Ukraine's flag. The prayer for Ukraine and worldwide peace took place in the QU chapel. Participants lit candles to show their solidarity. The 45-minute service consisted of songs from students, prayers from Father John Doctor, and a speech from a member of the Human Rights Commission. QU continues its prayer and support for the people of Ukraine. QUTV reporter Evan White attended a presentation as part of the Great Books program.
In 2019, writers from the New York Times reframed the narrative on Black history. This challenged America's critics who claimed the project was divisive and dishonest. Matthew Ward, a professor of history, spoke on the 1619 Project and tells people what he hoped for them to get out of it.
Is sort of a broad understanding of not only what the 1619 Project is, but the way that people respond to it, respond to race in the academy, respond to political ideas surrounding racism in the United States.
Right behind me here at McHugh Theater at Quincy University, there's a speaker series event hosted by Dr. Ward titled Who Controls History? Today he's going to be talking about the 1619 event.
And coming from Canada, I don't know much about slavery, as we don't learn much about Black history. We learn a lot about Indigenous history. And learning about it today, I was a big fan, and how he was able to elaborate on all the questions that he was asked, and he was able to answer everything to the best of his ability. I just overall really enjoyed what he had to say.
Ward believes many people feel intimidated about this subject, in which he understands. However, his intention is to not push any of his beliefs upon one another, but instead he intends to change the individual's perspective and how they react to certain things.
Dr. Ward talked about the 1619 Project and how we deal with racism in our society today and how it affects African Americans today and what we can do to help change racism.
To say the least, Dr. Ward, along with a few others, was able to put on a great event for students and staff at QU, allowing people to leave with something to think about. Evan White, QUTV News, Quincy.
The Great Books course is available for undergraduate students. Students head outdoors as seasons change. A group of students on campus makes maple syrup. They tap trees at North Campus, boil sap in a shack, and sell syrup to support future projects. Here's how they do it.
Extracting sap from tapped trees, evaporating what's collected, and then heating the sap on a hot plate to form syrup. The long and tedious process of making authentic syrup is just as difficult as it sounds. One class and one club continued the maple syrup legacy after 10 years. They sell the syrup to raise money for future projects.
We're looking to do like some fundraisers for some projects around campus. So we've got some projects involving putting like a refillable water container on the water fountains, and we're hoping to do a butterfly garden around campus. So this is one of our fundraisers that we're planning on doing for that. So that's kind of how we ended up getting started, because we know people like maple syrup. We know we've got people who buy it.
Thanks to the environmental organization's fundraising in the Coleman Grant, the maple syrup project has taken off.
We began with just a few spiles and a few buckets and a few trees, and the first year we just boiled up maybe 5 gallons of sap on a turkey cooker, but we've progressed since then, and it just kind of took off from there.
After only boiling 5 gallons in their first year, Professor Coelho and the environmental organizations are now boiling around 75 gallons.
In the final stages of the process, the sap will be brought in to boil and then put into canisters like this for selling and serving.
In past years, only 12 to 15 bottles have been produced. With a record-breaking year of sap recovery, they are now hoping to have 24 bottles available for purchase.
The maple syrup is not yet sold out. However, it does go quickly. If you are interested in purchasing a bottle from the environmental organization, contact Professor Joe Coelho at coelhjo@quincy.edu. After the break, we hear students' opinions.
And Noah Gershman is back with the weather forecast.
We taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver, the strike zone, the net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
College life can be challenging. As we head into spring break, we checked in with students to find out how they are feeling. QUTV's Taryn Sargent asked the question, what are the biggest challenges college students face?
QUTV asked students, what is the biggest challenge for students, and is there a solution?
I believe for students it's, especially college students, it's stress.
I believe the biggest challenge students face is stress.
There's definitely a solution. It's more so effort-wise and trying to find something to do to keep you occupied.
Time management would be the solution.
I'm going to say the biggest challenge students face is probably anxiety. Just like all the stuff going on between school and play sports and all kinds of different stuff like that.
I would probably say, coming from high school, time management between, like, if you play sports in college, your sports, your social life, and academics, and giving equal time to each of those, and just to make sure you succeed.
The biggest solution would probably be to kind of invest yourself in different activities, kind of on campus, off campus, and then kind of with your friend group.
I would probably say having a set schedule, writing down what you need to do, just to make sure you get everything done in a timely manner.
They act like we don't have jobs or anything, so they're spending so much time on that, but the solution So basically all this can be just connecting more and being able to understand where your students are coming from. Even if it's a small class or a huge class, being able to just connect with your students is going to help you out tremendously. So.
These are just some of the great ideas about how to get on top of the challenges many students face.
Temperatures continue to vary dramatically. Noah Gershman is here to take us through the week of weather. Noah, what can we expect?
The snow came back around Monday morning this week, but it didn't stick around for long. But we're expecting a few more days of snow to finish off the week, but that's okay because spring break is just around the corner for the Hawks. Now let's take a look at our headlines. Wherever you may be traveling, there's a good chance it's going to be hot, 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 especially if you're traveling to one of the more famous spring break locations in the country. But if you are heading north, that is where our storm is coming from. So we hope that you are careful on the roads and have a safe break. Now let's take a look at our almanac. Today it is going to be 41 degrees outside with a low of 24, but as you could see back in 2000, it was a lot warmer this time of year, but back in 1943, it was a lot colder. So March is a shaky month here in Illinois. Today the sun will stay out, so we hope you go out and enjoy your day before that storm comes in. Tonight is when our clouds are going to show up as the temperature drops down, and we will have some pretty mediocre winds. Tomorrow is a good chance of when our storm is going to start, when it's only 33 degrees outside. Here's what our weekend is looking like. The sun will come back around Saturday, so hopefully it helps melt down a lot of that snow. And here's what the rest of our week is looking like. As we can see, it is going to rise again on Sunday and Monday and stay warm throughout the rest of next week. And we hope all of our Hawks have a great and safe spring break.
Well, Noah, thank you for telling us all about the weather. I'm not excited that the snow is going to be back, but we'll look forward to our spring break. After the break, we take a look at Week of Sports.
Evan White joins us to let you know what games you can catch this week. Sports is next.
My name is Carl Hirsch. I'm a senior from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and I'm studying criminal justice here at Quincy University. I was pitching down in Florida, and all of a sudden a coach came up to me. 2 days later, I flew up here for the visit, and by the end of that week, I had my school picked out. I started playing baseball when I was about 3 or 4 years old, kind of the same age everybody usually does. And as we got older, from the age of about 7 or 8, I played with the same exact team for the most part until we were about 15 or 16, and we all went our separate ways to high school. Come May, I'm going to be looking to apply with the Fort Lauderdale Police Department. I've gotten a good taste of it here through the internship I have through the university with Quincy Police Department. And it definitely wouldn't be possible and wouldn't be in this good of a situation without Quincy University.
College shouldn't be as hard as understanding fine art. Use the resources here at Quincy University. We're here to help.
You know, guys, I can hardly believe we are halfway through the semester and spring sports are in full swing.
Evan White joins us now. Evan, what have the Hawks been up to recently?
Yeah, Jay. So tennis competes in Godfrey today. Golf begins their spring games, and a new head coach is announced. But first, baseball had a serious win over the weekend. The Hawks played a 4-game series in Tennessee against Carson Newman. The Hawks won the series with the total 3 wins and 1 loss. In the final game, Jay Hamill pitched 6 innings, striking out 4 and only allowing 4 hits. The Hawks are now 6-5 going into this weekend's match up against Maryville. Men's and women's tennis head to Godfrey, Illinois today. They will be competing against the Lewis and Clark Community College Trailblazers. The women's team has won the last 8 times the two schools have met. The men's team has won the last 9 times the two schools have met. The golf team is heading to Kansas City this weekend. Both the men's and women's programs will participate in the Rockhurst Spring Invite. This will be the Hawks' first game of the semester. A new head coach has been chosen for the men's basketball team. The athletic department will be announcing the appointment at 2:30 p.m. today. You can attend the announcement at the Hall of Fame room in the HFC.
Thank you, Evan.
For sure, Jay.
When we get back, we share our plans for spring break.
At Quincy University, your success is by design. Feel like you are stuck in your job? Well, maybe it's time for a change. Consider one of our graduate degree programs at Quincy University. Designed to fit your schedule and advance your career.
We know everyone has a busy schedule. That's why we offer a flexible program to fit your needs.
Our Master of Business Administration program is available online or on campus. The 30-credit-hour program can be completed in as little as 1 year. Our MBA program will prepare you for a multitude of positions within all types of organizations.
I just was recently promoted to a new position a couple months ago, and I think if I wouldn't have had that advanced degree from QU, I don't know if I would have been as successful in getting that.
If you're interested in promotion and higher earning potential, our MBA program is the first step in achieving your goals. Our Master of Science in Education counseling degree will facilitate personal and professional growth. The KCREP accredited program prepares you for a professional career, working as a counselor in clinical mental health, school counseling, or college student personnel. This program is committed to the development of counselors and giving you the tools you need in a diverse world in which you live and practice.
I chose Quincy University, one, because of their values, but one thing that I believe in personally and professionally is being a servant leader, and QU leads with that mission. So that was really an easy fit for me, and it just made sense as far as what I believe, what QU believes, and how they bring that together to impact who they are as an institution.
If you have the desire to enrich your professional career in the field of education, our Master of Science in Education degree is right for you. This program concentrates on teacher licensure tracks, including elementary and secondary education, as well as special education.
Staff here, the professors, and even the administrative people here will work with you and they care about you as an individual. The classes are smaller, and you have more of that one-on-one interaction.
Looking for an alternative to classroom instruction? QU offers 2 non-licensure track options, curriculum and instruction or leadership.
I will help you navigate the enrollment process and help support you throughout your time at QU.
Ask if you qualify for our tuition program discount. So why choose Quincy University?
Excellent teachers, beautiful campuses, safe and local community, and meeting lifelong friends and groups and experiences important. QU has that all and more.
Invest in yourself and advance your career with a graduate degree from Quincy University, where your success is by design.
So, Evan, what are your spring break plans?
Yeah, Jay, I'm not doing nothing too crazy. I think I'm just going to go down to Kansas City and visit my nephew. What about you, Noah?
I'm heading to Chicago this weekend to see my cousins, and then I come back on Monday to continue practicing with my lacrosse team, getting ready for our first conference game of the season against Davenport at the end of the week. What about you, Jay?
Nice. I'll actually be in Quincy as we open up our first home game series against Davenport. And you, Maddie?
Yeah, so similar to Evan and you guys, I'm going to go home and visit my niece and nephew. So excited to see them. But then I'm coming back early just to be at the home opener of Davenport. So I will be there. For all of us here at QUTV, thanks for watching. Look for QUTV on social media and find our stories on QUmedia.net. Have a great week.